question that has been nagging at me every time I make art for my games is, can you make a game with one shape? If I can make a game with just one shape, I can make my life so much easier, which is very cool, at least in my opinion. So here are the rules to this challenge. I have to make a game using only squares. The only exception is text and other UI elements. I cannot stretch squares to make a rectangle, but I can enlarge the square figure. So to phrase this challenge neatly, everything I make has to be a square. To begin my journey, I created a new project in Unity called Square. Don't worry, you don't need to tell me how genius that name is because trust me, I already know. Next, I added something that I know you can't guess. I added a square. Wow, isn't that crazy? It's not like this whole video is about squares or anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I then added a few more squares for some more platforms. Now, some of these may not look like squares, but that's just because some of them overlap, which makes a portion of the squares not visible. This was my big brain countermeasure to having only a square sprite. Anyways, as of right now, there are only a few squares, and I don't know about you, but I wouldn't call that a game. So I added a fun movement script with double jumps. Maybe a little more than double jumps. Now you may say, Alex, just because there is some movement doesn't mean that this thing that you're making is a game. And to that I say you are absolutely correct, which is why the next logical step is to add the most original, unique idea that the game dev industry has ever seen, an award-winning feature. A shooting system. Yes, original indeed. Now, since I can only use squares, the gun obviously also had to be a square. And the bullet also had to be a square. I hope you're starting to see the pattern here. And now we have a fully functional combat system, which is not actually that cool. Listen, my life is sad, okay? However, there was a problem, which was that our square could shoot whenever he wanted, making it extremely overpowered. So I just set a timer countdown in between shots by using this code. Basically how it works is, actually I don't even know how to explain it. I just put a bunch of code together and it worked, so yeah. Now, it would be stupid to try to disapprove of the fact that this scene kind of looks like garbage. Not kind of, really looks like garbage. So I added some particles to the projectiles in the hopes that it would somehow make my game look perfect. Although it did add a little bit more game feel, it still wasn't enough. I then also added some little particles to the background just to add that little extra detail to the scene. Then I added some legendary post-processing, and just like that, the game looks so much better. Sort of. Not really. I decided that adding screen shake would be a good idea as it actually really adds a lot. So I wrote a screen shake script, and here is how it works. It basically takes the main camera object and smashes it into pieces. And yeah, we now have screen shake. I also quickly added some moving platforms, which added some nice dynamic to the game. So now that we have a deadly shooting system, our square needs something to actually kill. Unfortunately, I have a non-disclosure agreement with this dude called Alex, so I can't actually tell you what the enemy is. Oh, I have been told I am allowed to disclose to you what the enemy will be. Oh my, holy cow, that's incredible. Oh my god, are you ready for it? It's a square, isn't that simply extraordinary? Very unpredictable, this joke is getting old. So I made the basic enemy first, which is essentially just a square that moves around and shoots square bullets out of its square gun at the square player, which is also shooting square bullets out of its square gun. And when the square bullets hit, it creates square particles that hit the square floor. And okay, yeah, you can shut up now. So I quickly started to make the enemy logic. And when I say quickly, I mean raking the interwebs, aka Stack Overflow, to find an answer that actually works. Eventually I did, and using my own knowledge coupled with the internet's genius, I finally got a fully functional enemy, as you can see. Oh crap! Oh yeah, by the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to subscribe and like. Only about 40% of the people that watch my videos are actually subbed, so make sure to do that. It's 100% free and really supports the channel, and you can always unsubscribe later if you change your mind. Attention, it's time for Enemy Showcase. First off, we have Chunky Boy. Basically follows you around, and if it hits you, you lose some health. Very unique enemy, I can confirm.
We also have the pistol enemy, which is most likely the weakest enemy simply because his aim sucks. No wonder he's still in the Bronze League.
Then we have Snipey Boy, who can snipe you across the whole damn map. Second to last, we have the machine gun enemy, which will shoot endless bullets at your head. How appealing. And finally, we have the low health one-shot guy that can one-shot you if it comes in contact with you. So you'll definitely want to do some social distancing from that. Anyways, I then added a spawning/wave system so that enemies will continuously be spawned on the map. But then I ran into a problem. When I implemented the spawning system, the enemies decided that instead of targeting the player, they would all huddle up in the middle of the map. I honestly had no idea why this was the case, so I just ended up not using the spawning system and decided to just sprinkle in some enemies across the levels. I quickly put together some levels for the player to travel through and situated some enemies across the maps.
I also quickly added a camera controller so the camera actually follows the player. I then also added a health bar, which actually works, surprisingly.
But Alex, that's not a square.
This is actually a UI element, so I am allowed to make this a rectangle. Checkmate.
I then played the game, and you know what I found? The game was actually fun to play. It's an incredible feeling to play a game that you have been working on for hours and actually having fun while playing it. Since all I need to do for the actual gameplay is add a little bit more polish, I started making the menu. I also added an about page because yeah boy, needs some clout. I must obtain the loaf of the bread. I also quickly added a healing item and situated them after every major fight, so the player will have some ways to recover if they get beaten up. Oh yeah, by the way, that totally didn't happen to me while I was playtesting the game. You know, I was like a pro. Like, I didn't even get shot once, okay? I don't think you understand how good I am at this game, bro. I'm so amazing, bro. I never got beaten up. I promise you. So what's my verdict? Can you really make a game with just one shape? My answer is yes. Yes, you can. You can make a fully functional game with literally just a square. Perhaps you won't publish a full-fledged game to Steam with just squares, but you can certainly create a prototype for a game with this quote-unquote technique. I actually hid a secret room in my game, so try to find it. If you join my Discord server and send proof to me via a screenshot in the media channel, I will give you an exclusive role, Easter egg hunter. Good luck finding it. So the game is quote-unquote finished. You can play it with the link in the pinned comment. Also, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe button, or just lightly touch them, your choice. Also, feel free to leave a comment. I respond to every single one. Also, join my Discord server with the link in the description, in which I am super active on. You can also follow me with the links below. By the way, my next video is, in my opinion, gonna be one of my best videos ever. So if you wanna see that one, make sure you subscribe, because you don't wanna miss it. Now, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Is that all the lines? Are we done? Yeah, it looks like I said all the lines. Oh my god, yes, audio is finally done. Jesus. Okay, now we have at least 8 hours of editing to do. And then I can send this stupid video out. Okay, oh, I'm still recording. Okay, well, might as well put this in the video. Yeah, okay. Sure.